A Trip to Asgard by M. Iris Alicea. Read by Maria Chester. For this and other recordings like this, visit wonderfulworldofstories.wordpress.com or subscribe to my YouTube channel, Wonderful World of Stories. Chapter 1. One day, the Doctor ran into his TARDIS, eyes bright and grin stretching from ear to ear. As soon as he could set out, his machine was in motion and cycling into space. He set a destination by twisting a knob on the console that was bolted to the middle of the room, homing in on a signal that neared rapidly. He took a deep breath, combed his fingers in his hair, and began the quickest atmospheric check he could manage. He checked the mirror to be sure that he had combed his hair to the side, his teeth were clean, and that a quick spray freshened his breath. When he was set, he ran to the door. He opened it, in time to catch River Song's hand and escort her in. "Hello, River." She beamed as she stepped into the box's cabin. Dr. Song's nutmeg curls bounced as much as her step. She turned to face him while shutting the door behind her. "Hello, sweetie. Well, it's a pleasure to have you take me out for a jaunt. We really should stop meeting in space like this. What happens if the traveling bracelet is removed from my arm?" "Then we'll find some way to meet up again. It suits you well." He shrugged. "Why would it be taken off? By whom?" "Spoilers," she gently chided him. "Now, where are we going?" The Doctor flashed a grin, and his eyebrows jumped. It often meant, "I have no idea, but let's do it anyway. I thought we would have some fun. Today's very important for me. I love first-time things, and I could not pass this one up. River, it is our wedding anniversary." He intertwined his fingers, stretched his arms, and rolled his shoulders to release nervous energy. "Well, that sounds fun. Where are we going?" River marched to the console in the middle of the room, studying the gears. They indicated that the TARDIS merely spun in place, much like a car idling in neutral. She looked up at him. River promised herself she wouldn't mess with the gears. This time. "Anywhere as usual, because I can. I've been to the edge of the universe, Earth's last day, other planets, and... Sweetie, you sound more like a lady picking her outfit for the night, only to throw her hands and declare she has not a thing to wear. Let's go somewhere fresh. If you have been around the universe so many times, where else can you go?" "You are a genius!" He kissed her cheek and set to cranking the levers. The TARDIS whined as she obeyed the new instructions. "We are going somewhere I've never been!" River winked at him before standing before the viewing screen. Her position also gave her a clear line of sight to the door. "I cannot wait." 5 minutes later, the worn, denim-tinted box landed, with brakes on. River sighed. That was the Doctor for you, and he loved hearing the whoosh his old girl made in coming and leaving. Oh well, each opening of the door led to a new adventure, wherever they were. River Song clapped her hands together. "Well, when are we now?" He spun some dials and glanced at the screen. 9,950 years BWT. "You're joking." "I'm not! It means, by the world tree here. We have reached a planet I've never explored before. It's called Asgard. I've heard quite a few people speaking of it back on Earth, when I was last with the bombs." "Fancy that! People were speaking of a place you have not visited yet? That is strange and different." "Isn't it just? Back in a mo." He ducked to another compartment of his ship, only to return seconds later carrying a red, gingham-printed box with dark brown handles. He lifted the smooth brown lid and smiled appreciatively. "Sandwiches! Napkins matching the box's design? Ooh! And some jammy Dodgers! We could have tea with our little picnicking lunch. What could possibly go wrong?" River tisked softly from the doorway. "You say that far too often. Now don't start. You should know something always happens." She stepped onto a grassy stretch that extended for meters and meters to the tree line. River started walking out, and the doctor shut the door and hurried after her. They set out into the greenery underfoot until they found a spot that was well shaded by 3 trees. "Well, this is something. I would say that this is a peaceful spot where we can eat in before we explore. Usually monsters come with some heinous story to tell first off. This is a pleasant change." They sat down there. River smiled as the soft wind tousled her ringlets. It rippled the grass softly and carried a sweet scent of pine trees to her. River listed to the left and raised a bite to her lips. Just then, a creature roared behind them. Its feet pounded the ground, disturbing the momentary peace they enjoyed. A group of clumps followed the animal that were clearly hoofbeats. The doctor and River turned to see a burly animal trumpet again as it led a chase. Its back flashed in the sun, nearly blinding the spectators. Through squinting eyes, the doctor could just make out stubs on its head and brown specks decorating the glinting scales. The doctor jabbed the air before straightening his tie. A new creature to add to the record of alien wildlife. This was wonderful! 4 feet thudded to the ground and quickly surpassed the impromptu audience. Looking back, the doctor could see 2 horses quickly reach the spot that strange new animal had just cleared. "Ha-ha! We are gaining ground. This will be a fine prize. Come, Loki." Red and green flashed through the landscape in pursuit. "That's more like it." The doctor jumped to his feet and tried to peer through the trees. The man in red pushed his steed forward. The beast being pursued seemed to stumble, but then regained its footing and surged forward another 20 paces. Unable to go further, the man who had taken the lead slowed his mount. Now their purpose was clear. These were not just a pair of men out riding horses. They were hunting.